All right, finally got our parts in from Dan's, our clutch fork, our longer clutch fork shaft. Finally, and I am glad of it. I ordered it Wednesday, and it came in Monday. I got 2-day air from FedEx, and I was expecting it Friday, and I didn't get it Friday. My emails kept saying Friday, and then it turned into Monday. So Monday at 3, I think it was 3:06. I sat here all day yesterday, waiting and piddling and hoping to get the part in, and I didn't get it till 3:06. And by that time, I was just like, too late to get started today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started putting this thing in here and try and get this transmission back in the truck, get this thing going, so we can go make some money out here. Maybe these rates are. I've been staying off internet truck stop, not checking emails as much, but what I've seen is it's not good. So not really that excited about going back out there, and but I got to go make some money. We got to do it. I mean, it's a job, so got to get it done. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see here, these fork shafts are just a couple inches difference, and that's why we could never get this thing to work the other day. So go ahead and get everything back started here. Put our washer in. Alright, I always put some Loctite on these things. I don't think I'm dead on lined up. I kind of had to do some forcing on this one. That little washer didn't want to go into that groove that good. Make sure them things are good and tight. You only get one chance there. Put this arm on here and get our washer on here. Ain't this just great? There we go. There we go. Snap-on man comes by today, so I'm getting my screwdrivers ready to exchange. Alright, there we go. Alright, just like that. Oh, there we go. That's about center right there. Yep, don't miss it. I like it. Makes me happy. Put a tab and a Loctite on this one too. There we go. Well, since I was rebuilding everything else, this old wore out clutch rod here, I figured it'd probably last another year or two, but I thought I'd just go on and replace it while I'm there. So got this brand new clutch arm here, and we'll open it up here. Oh my God, it's chrome, y'all. Can you believe that? If I can get the thing open. Oh yeah. Well, I guess it may look better. I don't know. At least I ain't got to worry about this one breaking now. might have this thing licked now. Having trouble with this this clutch arm. Okay. Having trouble with the clutch arm hitting the bell housing over here. Okay, so we're pretty dang close. It's just hanging on the clutch fork is hanging on the frickin' release bearing here. I mean, it just don't like just a little bit here. Oh, there it went. All right. Okay, so I don't know that we are 100% where we need to be. Got my strap here. I need to put a little more tension on it just to, ooh. Oh. Don't say it ain't so. All right, let me see if I can get this. All right, so my forks have cleared. Cleared my throwout bearing. Now I'm trying to get, usually you can take your clutch arm and pull your release bearing, or pull your clutch arm, and it will actually lunge the transmission forward. Get these channel locks in here. Maybe. There we go. Some people do this, they put it in gear and get on the back. All right, it's in there. All right, some people put it in gear and get on the back and take that back yoke and turn that back yoke like that and make it go in gear. But if I had two people here with me, I might do it that way. But my second man is this ratchet strap right here, so he's doing the pulling, so I can just reach up in there and turn that input shaft and get it in the slots. Let's go to the back and see if we can push it in a little bit. All right, so gap's pretty close. We can pull the rest of the way up. Yeah, there we go. We can pull the rest of the way up with the bolts there. Show you what I was having problems with. Look right here. And this clutch arm, wherever it is, there it is. It was actually caught up in here and it was not letting the transmission come up on this side. So we took a pry bar and kind of pried that thing. Once we did that, boom, shot straight in, got in the back, pushed it the rest of the way in the input shaft into the pilot bearing. So sometimes it just needs a little pushing from the back, you know what I mean? So we're gonna start putting these bolts in and buckling this thing up. Hopefully it comes together fairly easy. Hell, usually when you get it in, the hard part's done. So let me go ahead and get started putting these bolts in. Mom's gonna go get me some lunch and I need it. I'm hungry. Yeah, Mom got me some tater tots, a cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger. Starving today, so we're gonna eat our tater tots on a battery box here and eat this cheeseburger and finish it up here. All right, we're gonna put 4 or 5 bolts in this thing real quick. Whew. Now I'm telling you, this snap-on right here, it's pretty end heavy and it's got a lot of torque. And it's hard to hold a lot of times when you're torquing something down. But it's the I forget what model, CT5090 or something like that. It's supposed to be the Milwaukee Killer. I got a video on it earlier. It hits so hard the battery really won't stay in there. So anyway, we got to finish. I've got like 4 or 5 bolts in this thing right now. So we got her buttoned up good here, and we're gonna just kind of put some bolts in from the top here and put a couple in the bottom, take the jack out from under it, and get started on the other thing. I had a comment today on the floorboard. Like I said something about 379s the other day and about how, you know, they're a superior product. And anyway, I had a guy say, you know, my 359, the floorboard comes out. And yes, the floorboard right here, this piece from right here to right here is plywood all the way across there. But you got these trim pieces that go there. This one goes all the way across, another trim piece. Take your shifter boot out. Somebody cut this one, but you know, the floor mat's got to come up. I mean, it's really, I'd rather get up under it and bitch about it and take everything loose from the bottom. And now, you know, if I was doing one on a short hood or something like that, standard hood, either one, you know, with a short hood, the back of the motor would be like right there. So yeah, I could see taking the floorboard out for that, you know. And with a standard hood, it'd probably be, you know, let's see, 117, 113, yeah, probably about 4 inches, probably right there with a standard hood. So, but you know, with the extended hood, you got all this. So I can do this right here, but usually, like on the 379, I'll come through the floorboard here, up under here, with a long extension and my swivel, and do everything from the top there, and do the clutch rod. The clutch rod goes up on a 379 instead of down on a 359. We learned that this week, what the difference is there. So, you know, I do all that from the top, you know, your airlines to your transmission, shift tower and everything. You can do it, and with the extended hood, it's really not that big deal on a 359, but yeah, on a standard hood, I could see definitely taking it out. Oh, there's Mom, my lunch. Time to eat. I got to charge my battery anyway. Catch you guys in a little bit. Well, sun's scrapping. I usually go back and tighten them up, double wrench, do a double up on my end wrench, and just double check the hole, make sure everything's good and tight. But because I'm scared, with that high torque snap on that it will actually strip these bolts out. Which I've got one that was already. I'm gonna have to put a helicoil in it or something. I tightened it up and it didn't fare too well. So I'm thinking somebody else put too many Ugga Duggas on there with an impact. So, but yeah, you got to be careful, because about 2 Ugga Duggas and these things, like I couldn't budge them with 2 wrenches. They were that tight. I couldn't tighten them anymore. So a couple of them I did just give it a Ugga Dugga, and that was it. So, all right, I got to figure out what I'm going to do here with, I'm going to have to put a helicoil on this thing or something. I don't want to have to take the transmission back out to do this, but I didn't know that that hole was bad, so we're going to have to figure something out. rod ready to go. Right there and right there. Alright, so I had somebody making fun of me about my clutch return spring. I don't know if he's making fun or just making a joke or picking or whatever. May have just been just picking, but I've had this return spring forever. And it actually, when I put it on, it actually made the rattling worse through my clutch linkage. So, oh my God. Whew, you don't want that thing get loose on you. So there is a official 359 clutch return spring for anybody that's wondering why I had a torque strap on it. Hopefully all this stuff is good and tight. We'll grease all this and hopefully won't have no rattling anymore. There's a little bit of rattling right there, but I imagine the grease is going to take care of all that. But it's pretty close tolerances in there. So anyway, all right, so we're going to get our free travel ready next. It's about the only way I know how to do this easily. Just take my screwdriver and go down with it, hold it like that. Hold it nice and steady. Double check it a couple times. We got about 2.5 inches of free travel, and that's right on the borderline of what I really like. I honestly like, I like about 3, especially in a 359, because like the distance between here and here where your left foot is, you know, where you're actually picking up off the clutch, your knee is way up high. So, I mean, you don't have near the leverage you do as when your leg is extended out more. So, all right, so here's a rod that goes from our clutch arm to our clutch pivot arm. And what we're basically going to do with this is turn it. And I think what we're end up doing is, are we lengthening the shaft or shortening it? I can't remember. I think we're making it longer. What we're trying to do here. These things ought to turn freely, but they don't. So I'm gonna have to bow up on it here. But let's see what we can get done. All right, so we got our free travel about where we want it, probably about somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 inches, but I think we're down, looks like I don't know if we're bottoming out right there or not. I'm gonna put my bolt in my 2-piece clutch on there and see about getting to where I can get this clutch pedal to bottom out. Whew. And get the clutch pedal to bottom out before it actually hits the floor. But I mean, it's pretty close where it's at. I want it just a little bit more, so we'll slide up under here. It ain't gonna take just a whole lot to make it bottom out where it's at. we'll know a little bit better when we get up in there. Pull that back just a little bit. I'm gonna get up from the top. I'm gonna give it just when I feel it hit. All right, it hit right there. I'm gonna back that out just a tad. Something like that. Just remember, what little bit of adjustment here or here makes a massive difference in the cab. So, all right, I'm gonna tighten these up too while I'm down here. Then I'm gonna get up there and spread that arm just a tad. Well, all right, so we got the clutch adjusted. All our airlines put back on, I hope in the right spot. I think they're in the right spot. That's about it. Speed sensor, transmission lines hooked up. Let's see. Transmission temperature sending unit wire. It's all hooked up. I think it's just drive shaft and exhaust. I hate putting exhaust on, but anyway, we may drive it before we put the exhaust on it just to make sure everything's all right, because you know, I'm anxious. I'm very anxious to get this thing, get it finished up, number one, but I'm anxious to drive it. You know, I may want to go back and adjust some on my free travel and get my bottom stop right with the clutch brake. So anyway, let's get this going. All right, so that concludes Clutch Carnage. You've seen the good and the bad and the ugly and all the hard things that can happen when you're putting the clutch in. Unfortunately, like every one of those videos, just the footage I had that I had to edit was over an hour long. So I mean, like, we could have made this a 10-hour project, and like, yeah, I felt like it went on way too long, but you know, it's one video longer than it should have been because of the whole clutch fork arm deal. So everything's cool. We are back to trucking. Everything's working fine. Everything's cool. My clutch pedal everything. You don't hear no rattling. It's a whole lot better in here. I am super stoked. You know, it took a little longer. I had to order some parts, and you know, some people would have just thrown it back together and said to hell with it. You know, it is what it is. But I can't do that. When I take something apart, you know, I usually go back together with it like really, really good. So, or the best I can. You know, I mean, I'm not a professional by any means, but try my best. So, stay tuned to the Dirty Trucker. We have got some stuff that's coming up. You know, YouTube. We can go and look and see what people search for and how people find us, and we're just going to go do some things that are in our searches. You know, what people search for when they find us. So stay tuned. Got a lot in store. So hey, thanks for watching Clutch Carnage. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something or was enlightened by it. Maybe I know one of the videos did good. The rest of them just kind of like, you know. So it is what it is there. So like I said, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys' support. And man, maybe we'll get this thing, get this channel off. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I have videos that hit pretty good and some that don't. So I haven't. I'm one of these people that analyzes everything, and I can't figure it out. So anyway, we are loading right now. I've got to go check on my load. So stay tuned to see what the load is. Ha ha.